What America is not. America is not an oligarchy, the very wealthy buying undue influence to dismantle human rights laws to create a caste system of the very wealthy versus the very poor. America is not a fiefdom, the owner dictating laws on his serfs. America is a democracy, with laws supporting the civil rights of all citizens. There's never been an American election before that made the intentions of the two parties so clear. Democracy was established to protect our rights as Americans. Our government is under attack. We've not forgotten the terror of World War II. We've not forgotten our responsibility to lead in maintaining human rights. Never again would our world permit any human or group to promote the few and kill or disable any they don't like. After World War II, the United Nations voted for universal civil rights, rights that America built into our governing agencies. We know our rights, personal rights, legal rights, economic, social, and cultural rights, the rights to participate in free and fair elections, in community, social service, and government, opportunities for the poor to move into the middle class. The U.S. is the 33rd country to have universal health care. Republicans want to dismantle it. Republicans want to keep wealth only in the hands of the rich. They take advantage of our personal misfortunes. They have undue influence on laws, especially tax loopholes for the rich. They laugh at our poverty. Consider Republican jargon. Their words, less government, means less dollars for agencies supporting human rights of citizens, less money for the Department of Education, Health and Human Services, Housing and Urban Development, Department of Homeland Security, less money for Medicare, Medicaid, less money for food for children. 24 Republican states refuse to allow their own citizens universal health care. Those states have the highest proportion of citizens with no health insurance. 33 nations have universal health care for citizens, but Republicans don't want it. Republicans are all for privatization. This means having someone else, other than the federal government, regulate schools, Social Security, and such. It can be totally random. It can be per state. It can be per agency. It means unequal education, human rights, and opportunity. No common core education. Republicans want closure of Planned Parenthood clinics, women's clinics that provide health care for the poor. Republicans want to impose their religious beliefs instead of allowing people to make their own medical decisions. Republicans are trying to establish a caste system of rule by the few wealthy families over the masses of poor Americans. Report discrimination to the FBI hotline. It's unethical, illegal, and un-American. Citizen rights do not include citizens' unregistered purchasing or selling of weapons, ammunition, or carrying guns. It doesn't include trafficking of drugs and alcohol, trafficking of humans or stolen goods. It doesn't include hate crimes. Hate crimes are defined as criminal offenses against persons or property motivated in whole or in part by bias against a race, religion, disability, sexual orientation, ethnicity, gender, or gender identity. There are 30,000 annual deaths from gun violence in this country. We need to ask ourselves what it will take to achieve effective public health strategies to end this bloody epidemic. The proposed gun safety laws are very reasonable. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, the ATF, will require any business that engages in the sale of guns to obtain a federal license to do so and conduct background checks. The FBI and the ATF will interact with each other to make sure that it's done properly. The Health and Human Services, Defense, Justice, Homeland Security, and our Attorney General will make sure that people with mental illness who are prohibited from possessing a firearm don't get one. Fraud describes misleading claims, stealing federal benefits of others, lying in court, mortgage fraud, loan schemes, predatory thieves, or online pedophiles. When someone offers you a sure deal, walk away or go to the FBI hotline. We, of any age, gender, religion, race, or personal culture have rights. Report crimes. Don't let them violate our rights. Who support the Republicans? Why, wealthy Southerners who pour billions into media spots. The gun lobby, KKK and white supremacists, and people who lean that way. Report crimes, protect our civil rights. Democrats have consistently and transparently worked to introduce and maintain human rights for Americans. Vote Democrat for president. Vote Democrat for the Senate and the House of Representatives. Keep our country a democracy.